Psalm 15 verse 1 to 5 through the Bible. Psalm 15. Theme: description of those who will be in the presence of God. This is another brief psalm which will conclude the section which began with Psalm 9. If you review these psalms, you will see a definite development. Psalms 9 and 10 picture Satan's man, who is characterized by pride, boasting, and self-sufficiency. Psalm 11 deals with the testing of the righteous. In Psalm 12, we see the godly in the midst of godlessness and the ultimate godlessness of the Great Tribulation. Psalm 13 mirrors the plight of God's people in the Great Tribulation. Psalm 14 shows us the depravity of man in the last days, with his atheistic attitude and his filthy and rebellious ways. Now Psalm 15 tells us about those who shall enter the kingdom. It describes those who are going to be in the presence of Jehovah. Lord, who shall abide in thy tabernacle? Who shall dwell in thy holy hill? Psalm 15 verse 1. There is only one holy hill. The Bible calls it Zion, which is in the land of Israel. He is talking about those who will enter the millennial kingdom, the kingdom Christ will establish on earth with Israel as the center. He that walketh uprightly, and worketh righteousness, and speaketh the truth in his heart. He that backbiteth not with his tongue, nor doeth evil to his neighbor, nor taketh up a reproach against his neighbor. In whose eyes a vile person is contemned, but he honoureth them that fear the Lord. He that sweareth to his own hurt, and changeth not. Psalm 15 verse 2 to 4. In whose eyes a vile person is contemned, that is, despised. In our contemporary culture, the opposite is often true. The vile person is honored, and the godly man is despised. He that sweareth to his own hurt, and changeth not, means that he will go on record for the truth, and will not change his story to protect himself. He that putteth not out his money to usury, nor taketh reward against the innocent. He that doeth these things shall never be moved. Psalm 15 verse 5. In this psalm, David is saying exactly what James said, Yea, a man may say, Thou hast faith, and I have works. Show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show thee my faith by my works. James 2 verse 18. I like the way John Calvin put it, faith alone saves, but faith that saves is not alone. Who is going to stand before God? Those who have had a faith in God that has produced a life of righteousness. At the time I write this, there is a great deal of talk about the soon coming of Christ, and yet I don't see much change in the lives of folk who say they are expecting him. My friend, if you really believe Jesus is coming soon, or even if you believe you will someday stand before him to give an account, you will make sure that you live your life in such a way that it will count for God. This is the real test that will prove whether or not you love him and look for Jesus' return. This is a tremendous psalm,